Hey everyone! Today, we are diving into the world of real estate auctions and exploring why a clinker brick classic in a popular school zone failed to sell at auction. Now, this might seem like a simple story, but there's a lot more to it than meets the eye. So, let's break it down and uncover some interesting insights. Music plays. First off, let's set the scene. We've got a 3-bedroom home in McKinnon, a popular area known for its top-notch schools. The property is described as a clinker brick classic, which, to be honest, sounds a bit outdated and in need of some serious love. It's on 641 square meters of land and has original interiors, including patterned green carpeting. Now, this might be a deal-breaker for some buyers, especially those who prefer a more modern, updated look. The auction was set for a vendor's bid of $1.55 million, but it didn't quite reach the reserve price of $1.645 million. So, what happened? Well, one of the expected bidders, a developer, made an offer of $1.58 million after the auction. That's pretty close to the reserve price, but it wasn't enough to seal the deal. Now, here's where things get interesting. The property is now available for its reserve price, and the auctioneer, Jealous Creek's CEO, Andrew McKinnon, is confident that the sale will go through in a narrow time frame. But why the struggle? McKinnon attributes it to the current market conditions. He says, in a balanced market, buyers are happy to raise their hands to bid, but it's become a little tougher in the current market. So, what's going on here? Is it the clinker brick exterior that's putting people off? Or is it something else? Well, let's take a step back and think about it. In a market where interest rates are rising and buyers are feeling the pinch, it's no surprise that enthusiasm for bidding is low. And when you add in the fact that this property needs major renovations, it becomes even more challenging to attract buyers. Now, let's shift our focus to another property in Brunswick East. This time, we've got an architecturally designed townhouse with 4 bedrooms that sold under the hammer for $1.77 million, above the reserve price of $1.65 million. The vendor had owned the property for 6 years and had a guide price of $1.55 million to $1.65 million. The bidding process was intense, with the buyer competing against another couple, trading mostly $20,000 bids to push the price higher. So, what's the difference between this property and the McKinnon one? Well, it's all about the location and the condition. This townhouse is stylish, low maintenance, and in a good area. It's a turnkey property, meaning it's ready to move into without any major renovations. Now, here's a key insight: in a dynamic market, buyers are willing to pay more for properties that are in good condition and don't require extensive work. This is especially true in areas like Fawkner, where a renovated 4-bedroom house at 20 Hadley Street sold for $1.225 million, above the reserve price of $1.21 million. The vendors had owned the property since 2015 and undertook a major renovation, including a modern, open-plan kitchen and living area. So, what does this tell us? It's all about the balance between the property's condition and the market's demand. In a market where interest rates are rising, buyers are more selective, and they're looking for properties that are move-in ready or require minimal work. Now, let's tie this all together. The clinker brick classic in McKinnon failed to sell because it needs major renovations and is in a market where buyers are feeling the pinch. The Brunswick East townhouse sold well because it was in good condition and in a desirable area. And the Fawkner property sold because it was a turnkey home that required minimal work. So, what's the takeaway? Well, in a dynamic real estate market, it's crucial to understand the balance between the property's condition and the market's demand. Buyers are more selective, and they're looking for properties that are ready to move into or require minimal work. So, if you're a Seller, make sure your property is in top shape and in a desirable location. And if you're a buyer, be prepared to negotiate and be patient. The market is tough, but there are still great opportunities out there. Thanks for watching, and I hope this video has given you some valuable insights into the world of real estate auctions. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and stay tuned for more exciting content. Music fades out.